I'm getting this feeling of a question, and it's not one that you've said aloud, at least not in the way that you mean it. It's more like an ache that won't go away, and you've been asking, maybe to yourself, maybe to the universe, am I doing this right? Am I where I am supposed to be? And I want you to know right now that this moment, this reading, this message isn't a coincidence. If you don't know how this works, I'm tapping into a certain energy, and if you're finding this message, that means you are tapped in and tuned into the same energy, the same frequency. So that means it is meant for you. This is your sign. I know it's hard to believe sometimes. You felt overlooked, sometimes even by the universe, and like the answers are always just out of your reach. But this is your answer, the thing you've been asking for. And I know it's probably not as loud or as clear as you wanted it to be, but that's because the answer isn't going to come in fireworks or flashing lights. It's quieter and softer, but it's still real. This is your energy that I'm tuning into. I'm sensing a lot of motion around this energy and around you. It's like you have been pulled in a dozen different directions lately, whether mentally or physically, with your time, maybe with your finances, but either way I'm seeing you spread very thin, and there's a lot of commotion happening. You have been carrying more than your fair share. Some of it is your own, but a lot of it is not. Most of it is not. Does that resonate with you? You're the type of person who carries things for other people without even realizing it. And this could be with friends, family members, a loved one, even just strangers in passing. You feel their energy. You take it on because you think you can handle it, and in a way you can, but it is heavy. Picture a bird that is trying to fly, but its wings are being weighted down physically by weights. That bird will not be able to take off and fly. You've been trying to rise above, to move forward, but something keeps pulling you down. And you probably keep thinking, I just need to push a little bit harder. But it's not about pushing harder. It's about letting go of the things that you don't need to carry. And this is so important, but you are not alone in this. I feel this overwhelming sense of isolation when I focus on this energy. It's not that you don't have people around you. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But it's like, even when there's people around you, it's this feeling of being separate, like nobody really sees you. I'm really sorry if you feel that. I think you have convinced yourself that you are alone because it's easier than waiting and hoping for someone to know you and understand you, and then they don't and you're disappointed and hurt. But you are not alone. There is something, I don't know if it's someone close to you, or maybe someone you haven't met yet, or maybe something bigger than all of us, that is with you, even in your quietest and darkest and most broken moments. You have been asking for a sign, and this is it. You are being seen. You are being supported. Even if it feels like you are running on empty, you are not doing this by yourself, and your hard work and your pain and your sacrifices, it will all be rewarded. I promise. There's also this image coming through of a door. It's a closed door. It's not a door that you've opened yet. I feel like you have been hesitating to take a step because you feel like you need to wait for permission or a perfect time or some guarantee that you're not going to fail. But this door is already there, which means it's ready for you to step through. You're the only one that thinks you're not ready. And I don't think you're gonna feel ready when you finally step through the door. Because that's the thing about big changes. They don't wait for us to feel safe and ready. They just happen when we decide to trust. I know you have been thinking about this, whatever it is, for a while now. I don't know if it's about work or your relationships or healing or maybe all three, maybe something else entirely, but you have been holding yourself back, and I need you to know that you are capable of so much more than you are giving yourself credit for. I know there are things that I'm not seeing super clearly yet, but I need you to know this. You have so much power within you. Power to change, to grow, to create. I know there's someone in here that really needs to hear that they are not only allowed to create, but the universe is waiting for their creation. Whatever it may be, I'm really getting that very strongly. Someone listening to this message needs to hear that they're supposed to be creating right now. Like if you have been putting it off all this time, if you've been telling yourself one day, or you're just waiting for when the time is right, or you're just waiting for a sign, the sign is now. Like, it's time. Get busy creating. You have been asking for a sign, and this is it. The universe, your guides, whatever you want to call it, they are not asking you to have all of the answers. They are just asking you to take one step. Just one. And I want you to know that you are seen. You are supported. You are not alone. I don't care how alone you feel. You are not alone. If you feel alone, it's because you're not seeing what I'm seeing right now. You are so supported. Let me focus back on the door. There's this tension around it. Like a part of you is afraid to open it and step through it, but another part of you cannot stop thinking about what is on the other side. I feel like you're holding on to a lot of what ifs about this. What if it's not the right path? What if I fail? What if I'm not enough? But this door has been put on your path for a reason. And what's really interesting is the energy around it doesn't feel like some huge sudden leap. It's more like a gentle nudge forward. The kind of step that feels scary, but deep down, you already know that you're meant to take it, if that makes sense. There's a very grounded knowingness to it. There's just resistance in the accepting of this and the trusting of it. Does that make sense? I also keep seeing this image of you carrying something like a box or a bag, and it's full of things that you have been holding on to. And I feel like you've convinced yourself that you need them. But from what I can see, a lot of the things in there is not even yours. There are other people's fears and expectations and even their pain. And you have been carrying it for so long. You have started mistaking it for your own. Let me ask you this. When was the last time that you put that thing down? When was the last time that you asked yourself what it is that you really want, separate from everyone else? I'm not saying you don't care about the people around you. You care very deeply, sometimes more than they will ever know. But this journey you're on, it's yours. And the only way to move forward is to let some of that weight go. There's a message coming through that's really strong, and that is that you do not need to prove yourself to anyone. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. Not to your family, not to your friends, not to the version of you that you think you're supposed to be by now. You are enough. Right now, exactly as you are. More than enough. You are being exactly who you're meant to be in this moment. Like if this was a movie and you were playing a part, you would be playing this part perfectly. You are doing everything you're supposed to be doing. This is exactly where you are meant to be. Okay? I really need you to hear that. I also keep hearing the word trust, and it's so clear. It's like someone is whispering it directly into my ear. Trust in the timing, trust in your instincts, trust that you are capable of handling whatever comes next, even if you don't feel ready for it, even if you don't know what it is yet. I know it's hard for you because I feel like you have been in situations where trusting others, or even yourself, didn't turn out the way you had hoped. But this is different. This is about trusting something that is bigger than all of us. I need to tell you something else that might be a little vulnerable, but there is a part of you, maybe it's buried deep inside. Maybe you try to not think about it, but it feels like you are definitely scared for being seen for who you really are. Not because there's anything wrong with you, actually, it's quite the opposite, like all the way to the other side. I'm getting a strong feeling a lot of people listening to this message right now, this might not be everyone, but there's definitely some people here that they dim their light on purpose so as to not make the other people around them feel bad that they are not shining as brightly, if that makes sense. I know that's going to make sense to the people who know what I'm talking about here. For a lot of you, it's not at all because you're not enough. It is actually literally the exact opposite. Just felt like that was a very important clarifier to have. But it's also because you've been hurt before and you have learned that showing your true self can be dangerous. It can feel dangerous. But I want you to know right here, right now, there is absolutely nothing about you that needs to be hidden. Nothing. You are not too much. You are not enough. You are exactly where you are meant to be, and you are playing exactly the part that you are meant to play, even if you don't see it yet. And I feel this incredible warmth surrounding you, like there's someone or maybe something that is watching over you. I don't know if you have a loved one who's passed, but it could just be the universe, it could be your guides, it could just be like the specific energy that you are tapped into most of the time, because you are so pure at heart that this is just your baseline vibration. But whatever or whoever it is so supportive, it is so warm, it really feels like it cherishes you and it's proud of you. And that's gonna make different sense to different people depending on what you believe and where you are on your spiritual journey. But it basically boils down to you literally are surrounded by the energy and the vibration of love and joyous pride. Like the pride you get from being proud of watching someone else succeed. That is what you are in the thick of right now. You just need to get out of your head and get into the energy around you, and you will feel it. Whatever or whoever this is, they see how hard you're trying. Even on the days when you really don't think you can keep going, they see you get up and continue to go. They see the way you keep showing up, and they want you to know that just because you can't see them doesn't mean that they are not there. And it doesn't mean that you are doing any of this alone. Before we wrap this up, I want to give you one last message. There is so much more waiting for you than you can see right now. More joy, more connection, more freedom. And yes, there will be challenges. There always are. But you are so much stronger than you realize. And this door I keep seeing, it's not a door to something new. It is a door to you. The you that's been waiting to step forward, to be seen fully. And your job is to be seen. It doesn't matter if you're not understood. You're not going to be understood by everyone, no matter what approach you take. So there is no right approach, which means there is no wrong approach. You just go and be and let yourself be seen exactly as you are. And so many people are going to misunderstand you, and so many people are going to think they understand parts of you, and so many people are going to turn you into something completely different just based on their perception of you. And that is how it's supposed to be. However people perceive you is how they are supposed to perceive you in that moment, because it's going to give them whatever they need at that specific point in their journey. Like if they perceive you to be really perfect and you turn out not to be perfect, you have not disappointed them. You have just become the catalyst in their story that makes them realize we should not be idolizing people and putting them on a pedestal, because at the end of the day, we are all made up of the same stuff, and where one person can fail, everyone can fail. And if someone sees you as truly awful and you have done absolutely nothing to deserve it, it's fine. Let them see you as truly awful, because you don't know what's going to happen next. Maybe one day they are going to run into you, or someone is going to tell them something and they're going to realize they have been so wrong about you, and that is going to trigger the change within them to stop judging people so harshly. So however people see you, do not be scared of being misunderstood, because however people see you, it's exactly how they were meant to see you in that moment. You are ready to be seen. You are ready to take up space. That version of you is right on the other side of the door. And when you are ready, not when you feel ready, because you won't feel ready, but you will be ready. And when you are ready, you will open it. You will. And I'm going to stop here for now, but just remember, you are supported, you are guided, and whatever happens next, you are never, ever alone.